My name is Mayuddin. Actually born in Gujarat, brought up here in Bangalore. Finished all my studies here. Did bachelor's from Presidency, master's from ABBS, and then I started working as a tax analyst or tax consultant at PwC. It's been 5 years I'm working in this field. Technology won't replace humans, but to some extent, what they will do is they will eliminate the manual work. You have 2 years of your life just to explore. So you say everybody can't be on the same path. You don't know where you're going, but those 2 years will help you to reach a certain path.
In this episode of Changemakers by ABBS, we have Mr. Mayuddin, MBA in Finance and Marketing from the batch of 2018 to 2020, now working as Assistant Manager at PwC. From starting a business at 13 to navigating the world of taxes, tech, and private equity, Mayuddin shares insights from his unique journey in finance and the lessons that shaped his career. Hi, I welcome you to Changemakers by ABBS podcast. Thank you so much for joining us in today.
Yeah, hi. Thank you, Nita, for having me.
So, before we begin our actual conversation, would you mind letting us know a bit about yourself, your journey so far, and also the work that you do?
Yeah, sure. So as you know, my name is Mayuddin Kidiya. Actually born in Gujarat, brought up here in Bangalore. Finished all my studies here. Did bachelor's from Presidency, master's from ABBS, and then I started working as a tax analyst or tax consultant at PwC. It's been 5 years I'm working in this field, and I'm an assistant manager at PwC.
So, you started doing business at the age of 13, if I'm not wrong. So, what were your learnings during that early experience?
Yeah, as you would have heard that Marwadis, Gujaratis start their business journey from the day they are born. So that's what happened with me. So what happened was whenever I was off from school or off from college, I was directly going to my dad's business. And from the early days, I was interested in the business, understanding how the trade tactics works and the money factor involved in this. So from the starting age itself, I was into this. So I tried many things apart from my dad's business. Started with small things, then ended up with big things. Then at last, I moved to a corporate. So I'm a person who explores more things, and I would suggest business aspect should be there for every person. They should have a business mindset for all the things they see. Everything is business. It's a take and give business. So yeah, so started with doing small things such as arranging concerts and arranging tickets and asking people needs what they want, analyzing where the supplies are, where can I get lesser price products, and then I can deliver that margin to the customer. I can have some good profits. I think I started when I was in 8th standard, and then I did a good business in first PU, that is my 11th. And then during my degrees, we a group of people started something, and it's still going on good. So we pull in people's money, around 4 to 5 people, and then we invest in various fields. Wherever we see we find some good opportunities, we invest there.
Right. So you work in a very interesting area that is funds of fund and also private equity. So can you break it down in simpler terms for our audience?
Yeah, as I said, you right. I was interested in business. So private equity is nothing but what they do is basically they try to find the opportunities where they can make good bunch of profit. So they pull out money from various investors, and they invest in startups, or they invest in any field over a long period of time. Suppose private equity, suppose just take an example. They see a good opportunity in Zomato, for example. So during the early stages, they invest in those companies, and they exit whenever the company has reached a certain valuation. So that's how private equity works.
Right. So what is the common mistake that people make when it comes to taxes and investments?
Oh, that's a really good question. So what I want to tell is everybody is start analyzing your tax aspects. So what people generally do in India is they just give it to a C and be like, "Sir, mera paisa bacha do." That doesn't work like that. You should understand your tax laws. You should understand how the government wants it, how you can save taxes. There are actually many things. there's old regime, there is new regime. There are many deductions under that. If you analyze what is good for your package or what is good for your businesses, so you can actually save more taxes. I So people run away from finances. I don't know why. I was also a person when I was also a marketing person till my BCom journey, and then I understood that no, if you want to stay ahead of everybody, you should know marketing and finance both. So during my finance this thing MBA, I started more working on my finances, understanding those aspects. And actually, it becomes very much easier for everything. So if you don't manage your finances, there's no point. You earn and you give it to someone saying that okay, you manage my money. That doesn't work. So you should know where is your money going, how much percentage are you getting back, and what is the outcome of your money. Because at the end of the day, 7 to 8% is inflation. So you should at least have some 15 to 20% of margin every year on your investments. That's how you survive in this finance world. So I would suggest everybody please track on your investments, understand, and you do your own filing every year. Do not give it to any CA or anybody. It's just a 1 year process. Just understand how it follows. See, everybody makes mistakes. You learn from those mistakes. So I would suggest do it from your own.
So, how does a day in your life looks like in peak tax season? Is it as busy as people say?
I would say that it is more busy than that.
Okay.
Busy season is a very tough time for all the accountants. I'm sure everybody else relates to this. So what happens is, so you see, the actual thing is the volume of work is too much, and we have a tight deadlines for everybody, and the clients are asking for all the deliverables as soon as possible because they also don't want any penalties. They also want everything to go hand in hand within the IRS. So we file for US. So IRS is a kind of strict body there. So what happens is we start working at 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. We log in. I don't know when it becomes 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. at the night. We log off by 4, 3, 4. We have to have calls with clients sometimes, or we'll have to calls with the engagement team and understand what needs to be done now. So usually it's a 3 months process: July, August, September. September 15th is the deadline. It becomes more busier, but it is also having fun too. So that is the main 3 months wherein you learn a lot. You interact with a lot of people, and you understand the whole tax aspect in these 3 months. Usually it is for 6 months for the year. We have a K1 season and then we have a return season. It actually gets more busier, and people. The only thing is, I would suggest do not get panic. Do whatever you're doing on your off season, and do not disturb anybody. Just do your work because nobody will reply you. And just try analyzing as soon as possible during your off seasons, and during the seasons make sure you do the right thing and have some good time for your body. That is actually more important.
Now, I have an important question for you, which I think will be helpful for many of our viewers.
Okay.
So, you use tools such as like Go Systems and also OneSource. So, do you think like at any point in time in future, technology can replace your work?
See, this is the most asked questions. Okay, technology won't replace humans, but to some extent what they will do is they will eliminate the manual work. Okay, so just to
Yeah.
give you an example, when I joined PwC during 2020s, so what happened is when you make a return, no, it was taking around 4 to 4.5 hours, a big return. So what was happening is now if I do the same return, it happens in 1.5 2 hours. So the technology has evolved in a way that all the manual work has been eliminated. So it's not that it will replace humans; it will do your work faster, but there are advantages to it. So if you understand the technology aspects by using it and by understanding what it actually does, you can have a edge over others. So what you can do is okay. So there's new tool coming up for the industry. So you should understand, is that tool helpful for you, and if it's helpful, how far is it helpful? So understand that and make use out of it and be ahead of everybody. So I would say that uh, any tool or any industry you're working in, there are before you were just doing in Excel and this, but you have many other tools in the market wherein you will understand what is most important to your work. So And yeah, if you want to be in the market, be ahead. Just understand how it works and then work on it. Manual work has been eliminated. So do not sit and do copy paste, copy paste. There are many other tools.
Right, right, absolutely. So, how has your marketing background helped you in your career in finance?
See, the this is marketing. The way we are talking now, this is marketing. Everything is marketing. So people say
Yeah,
that I'm a marketing guy, I'm a finance guy. I don't actually believe in that. So if you want to be in the corporate field, you should know both. You should know how to talk, how to get work done with others, how to communicate, how to get your things deliver fast, and you should have an impact. There is marketing. Marketing is just convincing people to be on a broader sense. So I would say a person should have both knowledge of marketing plus finance. He should not say that I'm just limited to my marketing knowledge or I'm just limited to my finance knowledge. He should have an overview of both the fields and understand how it works. For
right.
me, it was I was a marketing guy, as I said earlier. But then understanding that no, it doesn't work like that. So I started learning more of finance and started with basics during my ABBS journey and then ended up here in tax field.
Right, right. But that actually marketing is required in every field, not only in finance. Even if I'll talk about a researcher, a scientist, they are doing their work, they know the technology very well, but then they should also know how to communicate that, and that's where the marketing comes. You
Correct.
always need to marketize your work, then only people will get to know about it. Otherwise, it's of no use.
Correct, correct. That's how it works. Unless and until you don't show that you're working, and then you don't show your product and you don't advertise
Yeah.
it, and that's how you're not up to the ladder. So you should know everything.
Right. So, do you see yourself running your business full time in near future?
That's the actual goal. But for now, I'm just learning. So I'm not rushing for anything right now. So that's what people do is they rush towards their end goal. But understand, you should have enough knowledge. You should have a good path to succeed your goal. So I'm just creating that path. I'm just looking for more opportunities. I'm just grabbing all the things which is there, and ultimately, I assume I'll reach the goal sooner.
Right. How do you think that your tenure at ABBS actually shaped your career?
Oh yeah, that journey of 2 years helped me a lot. So just to give you an example, what happened is I finished my bachelor degree in 2017, and then I joined my dad's business for a year. I just wanted to have an exposure, and then 2018 I started my journey with ABPS. I actually had chosen some other college over it, and then at last I just changed my mind and I chose ABPS. The one thing good thing about ABPS for me was I was never into class. Out of I think 2 years, probably around 3 or 4 months I was into classes. The rest I was in either library or either I was in other college fest. I was just creating my networks from then onwards and knowing how people work there, how knowledgeable they are. I used to sit with my teachers there. They were pretty good teachers from IIMs, IITs. I used to sit them after classes, understand, and I had a very good uh, experience over there for 2 years, and I had a keen interest of stock market. So I actually had a very good sir there, Dr. Ravi. So he helped me a lot over there to understand the tacticals of how stock market works, and from there I began my stock market journey. Plus, the director sir was very much helpful. He never used to ask me anything. He always used to see me at library doing some sort of trading or some sort of just sitting there and reading books. The actual journey began of finance at my library of ABPS. So I was just sitting there, going to different colleges, going for the fest, and winning. I actually went through many college fests and won many trophies there. I represented ABPS there. It was a pretty great journey. The only thing is they leave you off freely. Whatever thoughts comes into your mind, you can just go there, explore there. MBA is not about teaching where you sit in four walls and just
Yeah.
sit there and just listen to teacher what he says. That actually is your eighth standard or ninth standard. MBA is where you explore things. You just go to different place, build your networks, and understand how people actually are doing there. But that's what I explored. I think I did pretty well in these 2 years. That's how it helped many people to get into job. Not only we, there are many people wherein they got good jobs in their corporate field.
Right. So, what would be your advice to the students who are currently studying at ABBS or the prospective students who would like to join ABBS?
Yeah, my advice would just be take step by step and explore as much as possible. Bunk classes, just don't sit in classrooms, just go outside. And with that, understand what you are doing. That is the main thing. Nowadays, what happens is people just go to classrooms and just sit and then come back and do some things. That's not how it works. You have 2 years of your life just to explore. So you say everybody can't be on the same path. You don't know where you're going, but those 2 years will help you to reach a certain path. You should understand, okay, I am good at this, how can I be better at this, at that? So those 2 years will give you a good experience. So analyze that and then see which field you want to go, and get better starting from your MBA days, because once you join corporate, it will just be work, work, work. You won't get the proper exposure here. It will be like first 1 year you will be into a learning phase, and then you will start your mentoring stage of your interns or of your juniors. So whatever exploring things you want, just stick on to it. People just keep changing jobs into different fields, not thinking it's been 5 years, 7 years, they don't know what they are into. So those 2 years of life, analyze and think, okay, which field you want to go. If you're good at marketing, just go at marketing, but have finance knowledge too. But if you're good at finance, just feel like, okay, I'm good at finance. I'll just sort out few companies and just go for it. And understand, please try understanding which companies you want to work for. Understand how they work, what they do, or how those companies will impact your career and how you can grow there. So you should have a long-term vision. I'm a person who thinks as a long-term. So you just do not think, okay, I'll join for this company, I'll see for a year or two, and then I'll jump to some other company of different field. You can jump to a different company, but uh, see, first 4 5 years is the learning phase in any corporate. So if you understand those 4 5 years of work, no, you can succeed in any company. It doesn't matter which company you are. But to get that 4 5 years is the work in during your colleges. Make good friends, make good time, and have great career, I would say.
Right, right. Absolutely. All right. It was really an insightful conversation. And thank you so much for joining us in and giving us time from your busy schedule. Thank you.
Thank you, Nita.